Hello. Avian Influenza Prevention Zone. What does that actually mean? And what do we do here at Byther Farm? The video you're about to see was recorded in January 2018 when we were getting ready for potentially another avian influenza lockdown. Back then that lockdown didn't happen, but we wanted to make sure we had everything in place in case it did. So this week in the UK an avian influenza prevention zone has been announced, and we've been asked to take increased or heightened biosecurity measures. And this video will show you what we did then, and it's also what we're going to do now. I think that one of the most important things is that people don't panic. We had a whole lot of panicking last year, me included, or possibly me especially, and there's no need to panic. It's actually very simple to put these measures in place if you just do them methodically. It needn't cost a load of money. If you go online and have a look, you'll find that there are an awful lot of people showing photographs of their setup and the problems they've had and how they overcame them. But the other thing is for people not to be complacent and to say, well, they're only pets, or it doesn't apply to me. It absolutely does. It applies to all of us. So what does that mean? It means that whether you are a backyard poultry keeper who has two pet birds, whether they're ducks or hens or geese or turkeys, whatever they are, if you have only two of them or even just one and they are a pet, or whether you have 20 million of them, and I'm picking figures out of the air, these measures apply to you equally. You will need to increase your biosecurity measures, so that will include foot dips, foot bars for your shoes or your boots on your way in and your way out of your poultry housing, and sanitising stuff to make sure that you can clean your hands after you have been in and before you go in and handle your birds. It means that their food and their water should be kept in undercover where there is less access, and it's a deterrent for wild birds to be able to access them. And for us, I'm going to assume that it will go into full lockdown and that the birds will need to be kept under some sort of cover. Now, I'm not saying that at the moment, but I would rather work on the basis of worst case scenario than just, well, never mind. So here, Elvis's flock, we're in the stable, so we're in the chicken condo now. They will be shut in here. They'll then have access to the covered walkway, and the hint is in the name. It is covered. There is no access to wild birds. Once I've shut that door for them to stop them getting out in the field, and shut the pop hole so they can't get out of the stable, they're in an enclosed space that can't be accessed by wild birds, and their food and water are also undercover. And the gate at the back of the covered walkway, I am going to shut, but not right now. I'll show you what happens, but until all the birds are in the walkway, there's no point in me locking the door because I'm locking them out. So they're now stuck in the walkway, as you can see, very cross. And as soon as they are all in bed in the shed tonight, I will then lock all this down so that from the morning they are stuck in the covered walkway and the stable. Now it's still really windy here, so I don't know how much you can hear, but again, in Elvis's field, I've been creating that covered walkway for them, or the covered pen, for quite some time now, so that when this happened, we were almost, or very almost ready to deal with them being shut in. So what will happen in Big White's flock is that they will be here in the chicken palace, just shut in here for a few days while I finish getting the covered run sorted out for them. It's 3/4 done. We did know that It was very likely that there would be some sort of lockdown this winter, so we've been building it and getting it covered with debris netting, which is enough to stop any wild bird poop coming through, and also denies access to the wild birds to getting in at the food. And of course, both of our chicken flocks are fed from hanging feeders, which actively discourage vermin because they can't reach it. And their water at the moment is, they've got one bucket over there, and there is one bucket outside under the covers, but I'll be bringing that in while they're shut in here. And then once they're allowed out under those covers, that other lot of water will also remain in here, because it just discourages wild birds from having any access to it. Things for the ducks will change a little bit. We have been planning for what would happen. We didn't want to build anything until there was definitely a lockdown, because it's just cumbersome and chunky. And then the ducks will go into the duckling pen during the day. They're not going to like it, but hey, you know, it is what it is. So they'll go in there. There's a very shallow little bowl for them to use for washing. They'll have buckets of water, and we'll create a covered walkway from the duckling pen all the way down to their house to march them up and down. And then at our leisure, we will construct a large pallet and netting an affair, a big pen. It'll only be 3 feet high, the height of the pallet. It'll have netting around the outside of it to prevent birds getting in, and the debris netting over the top of it, but it will then, we hope, enclose the pond so that they can still access their pond, which is, you know, their favourite thing to do. And if we get clever, we can build some sort of tunnel from their pond up to the duckling house so that they can have just more space. And hopefully the lockdown situation won't last too long. And as I say, at the moment it is increased biosecurity measures, but for us, we are going to go into the equivalent of a full lockdown, so that when that happens, we are confident that we have got everything in place that should be, that any ground that the birds are accessing hasn't been accessed by wild birds for a while. Job's a good one. It's actually really easy to get panicky about it, and we don't need to. No doubt the head vet will be telling us a little more in the next couple of days, so I'll be watching the news just the same as everyone else. If you're enjoying my vlogs, please like, comment, share on social media. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel, and if you hit the little bell next to the subscribe button, you'll then get a notification each time I upload a new video. I'm bringing you right up to date with Byther Farm. We don't actually have any chickens here anymore. Last year Mr. J and I made the decision to reduce and then completely stop keeping chickens. That's only a temporary thing, but I wanted to have more time to concentrate on growing in the garden, and also for writing my book, which I've now done, and it's called Grounded, and it's available to pre-order on my website at Permanent Publications, and also at places like Amazon. The ducks have now got a much larger house inside the duckling pen, and if we're told to keep them in under cover, we can just put the last section of cover over the roof of that, and they'll all be kept in there, and they'll all sleep in the one house. And we'll just have to be really vigilant about refreshing their water and topping up the ground with lots of wood chips so that it doesn't get too muddy and boggy in there. But fingers crossed it won't come to that. We've moved all the duck food in under cover to make it less attractive to wild birds, and we are just hoping that that will be enough, and then we'll get through the winter without having to keep them enclosed. And so, wherever you are in the world and whatever you've got planned for today, I hope it's a good one, and I also hope you'll join me again next time.